Hi, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, I'm Kit. And this one is one I haven't done in a while, which is for books I've read in a month. And this month I read 3. It was a pretty average read a month. One book was 3 stars, one book was 5, and then one book was 4. I have a new favourite, and then one I do want to reread due to the fact that outside stuff, like life stuff, was happening in my life that affected me wanting to read, so then I just didn't really read that much. Anyway, first book I'm going to talk about is You've Reached Sam by Dustin Tao. I've wanted to read this one for ages because people were like, this book will make you cry. I didn't cry. I think I might have teared up at some point, but the tears never left my eyes. This book I rated 4 stars. It didn't make me cry. It's sadly not a new favourite. This is the book that I talked about that I want to read again because stuff was happening in my real life, in my life, that affected me wanting to read this book. And I got in a slump and I wasn't really enjoying this book. And I did enjoy it. I just want to reread it when possibly life has kind of like chilled. It's chilled now, but I'm currently reading The Hate List. I can't remember who that book is by, but yeah, I want to reread this book. I enjoyed it. Pretty sure I did it in the 24-hour reading vlog fail video that I did. But yeah. Then the next book I read was Fail by David Clement Davies. This was not the last video but the one before. This is 5 out of 5 stars. It's a new favourite. This is the sequel to The Sight, which is my favourite book in the whole entire world, other than The Curious Incident and The Dog in the Nighttime. So this follows Larka's brother Fel, where he discovers he has the sight. Well, he knows he has the sight. He kind of discovers it at the end of the last book, and then this book is just him by himself because he blames himself for what happened in the end of the sight. And it's just him when he meets this girl called Alina, who she's kind of like the chosen one in the human form. I don't know if she has the sight. I think she does, but I think she gets visions as well, which is one of the powers of the sight. So if you have the sight, you can see the past in water. You can see the future. I think that's also in water. You can control things, but I think control things is kind of like there's different stages of the sight. It's quite high. You can also conjure on like control for dead, but then that's a bit different. And only evil people do that, as you learn if you have read the sight. And then you can also see through the eyes of other animals, which he does a lot. I was bored, so then I looked at reviews of this book, and they weren't that good. Same with the sight. People didn't really like it. But I enjoyed it so much, and I would recommend it. But if you're going to read Fel, I do recommend reading The Sight first, because this book has a lot of references to The Sight. For example, some characters died in the previous book, and then Hudson and Paolo, who is Fel's parents, decided to name their new cubs after them. For example, there's a new cub called Larka, who I had a slight issue with. But it's not down to the book, it's literally down to my little 2-cell brain. I would get confused and expect the new Larka to be the same as the old one, and I get them confused thinking they're the same person. But they are not. And yeah, I just recommend this book. If you want my full in-depth thoughts, go back and watch my Fel reading vlog. And then for the last book I finished is The Little Paris Bookshop by Nina George. This was 3 out of 5 stars, did not make me cry, was not a new favourite. I had high expectations and the expectations were not met. I feel like this book is, I think I prefer more fictional books, whereas this is, it's still fictional, but it's kind of a slice of life. And it obviously it's set in France, set in Paris, and because it's summer, even though I live in the UK and we don't really get summer, all we get is rain. So this follows Jean Paul, who owns this barge, which is a boat, and it's a bookshop, hence for Little Paris Bookshop, and he's extremely talented at the way he sells books to people. He will read the person and be like, this is the book you need. For example, if someone's going through a breakup, here's something that, oh, I nearly dropped my book, here's something that will help with that breakup, for example. And he has this letter that he didn't open from a lover, and he reads it, finds out the lover is ill and is dead. So then he travels to where the lover lived to talk to her husband and stuff. That's a atrocious description, but I did enjoy this book. The way in which Nina George uses language to describe not only the characters but in the environment and pretty much everything that went on, it helps the reader kind of delve into that world and feel as if they are part of the story. And honestly, even though I didn't really enjoy this book that much, the way she writes, I really enjoyed. It's very descriptive, and I think it's really beautiful. So it kind of, the way it's beautiful, it's the same way as Mary Shelley. But then, I personally think Mary Shelley is better because I just fell in love with the way she writes. But that could just be me because I'm a bloody weirdo. So yeah, that's this book. As I said, I only read 3 videos, one of which was a favourite, and I apologise for this short video. It's probably going to be even short by the time I edit it. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I shall see you in my next one. Don't forget to comment down below what videos you want me to do, if you want me to do specific videos like more reading vlogs, more day in the lives. Yeah, I do have an idea of what video I want to film next though.